Last week was not just a tough week for our Buffalo Bills. It was a tough week for me when it comes to my weekly pick'em. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to this Week 7 Pick'em edition of Believers Talk, where we're going to go through every single NFL matchup on the Week 7 slate and let you know who I think is going to win these games straight up and who is going to cover the spread or who's going to win against the spread. Again, thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills and Buffalo sports news. After you hit that subscribe button, you want to hit that notification bell. YouTube will notify you when we post new content, including live play-by-play and reaction to every single Buffalo Bills game this season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. While you're here, hit that thumbs up button, like this video, and let me know what you think about my picks and give me your picks. Leave a comment in the comment section below so I know who you have winning this week. So again, guys, not a great week last week for me. Not just the Buffalo Bills losing, but the week overall for my picks, not that good. Straight up, I did go 9-5, so a little better, but against the spread, 7-7, just 500 for the week. However, my overall record is still pretty good against the spread, 53-38, so I'll take that anytime I could. And then straight up 59-32, was hoping to be a little better there, but hey, we'll take what we can get, right? So now we start this week, week 7, and it starts with Thursday night football. Thursday night, tomorrow night, there is a battle between two NFC East, I want to say powerhouses, but we both know that's not true. NFC East teams, you have the Philadelphia Eagles at home playing against the New York, New Jersey Giants, a divisional matchup. Always fun when you get a rivalry game, and that's what this is. Now, many people might not watch this game just due to the two teams. We know how bad the NFC East is this season, but the Eagles have been playing better. Now, they've gone up against some really good competition the last 2 weeks. Talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers 2 weeks ago, and then you talk about the Baltimore Ravens last week, only losing by 2 points to the Baltimore Ravens. The Giants coming in on a little bit of a high. Why? Because they got their first win of the season, beating the Washington football team by 1 point last week. So they get their first win. Going up against an Eagles team that has only 1 win themselves, this could be a good game. However, you know how I feel about Thursday Night Football. Normally, the two teams don't play that well anyway. But give me the home team most of the time, and this is no exception. The Eagles are 4-point favorites. Give me the Eagles to win this game. Give me the Eagles to cover a 4-point spread. I know this isn't a long trip. However, at the same time, you still have to travel. It's still a week of travel, and with everything going on with this pandemic, traveling is still not that easy to do. Maybe they'll travel on game day itself because, again, it's not that far away from East Rutherford to Philadelphia. So we'll see how the traveling arrangements go, but either way, give me the home team, give me the Eagles to win. Better team in my opinion. Give me the Eagles to cover the 4-point spread. Then we move back to Sunday, and by back to Sunday, I mean our Bills. Move back to Sunday, move back to that 1 o'clock start time. They'll be in East Rutherford, New Jersey, as the Buffalo Bills go up against the New Jersey, New York Jets. The Buffalo Bills, again, in another divisional matchup. Currently, the Buffalo Bills 2-0 against the AFC East. Would love to make it 3-0 in this contest. The Buffalo Bills coming off 2 consecutive losses. Have some Bills fans, most Bills fans, a little bit worried about what's happening with this team. The Jets, we know their story. They're the worst team in football, have a clear path to that #1 overall pick, getting rid of players left and right. Le'Veon Bell just left. Quentin Nelson has been listed on the trade block, so we know that they're trying to clean house a little bit. Give me the Bills to win this game. However, you guys, you know how much I hate double-digit spreads, right? The Bills are favored by 13 points. Can the Bills cover that big of a number? They really haven't done that this season, except for that Week 1 matchup against the New York Jets. So give me the Bills to win this game. Give me the Bills to cover a 13-point spread. Then we move on to Tennessee, and guys, I might not pick the Titans another game this season. That's how mad I am at both the Tennessee Titans for the way they handled the pandemic situation and also the way they disregarded NFL protocols and for the way the NFL completely let them get away with it. Again, talking potentially about some fines along the way, but that's it. Nothing more than that. No suspensions for players who broke protocol, nothing nothing major being levied down by the NFL. Really a disappointing statement made by the NFL. The Steelers are away, but they're 2-point favorites. I like the Steelers in this matchup in a battle of two undefeated teams, a matchup that should have taken place back in week 4, and then that who knows how that would have played out the rest of the week and the remainder of the season. But give me the Steelers to win this game. Give me the Steelers to cover a 2-point spread. They move on to Atlanta, where two teams coming off a win. The Atlanta Falcons coming off a win against the Minnesota Vikings play host to the Detroit Lions, a team beating the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. Both these teams seem to have found something on offense. I still can't trust Atlanta. I still can't trust Dan Quinn. The fact actually, he was just fired. That's right. He was just fired. But so that means they have an interim head coach. So Matt Patricia, he's still fighting for his job. He's one of the newest coaches on the hot seat. Give me the Lions to win this game. Give me the Lions to beat a 2.5-point spread. Then you go to Cincinnati, where the Cleveland Browns play the Cincinnati Bengals. The Battle of Ohio. The Browns 3-point favorites in this one. I like this matchup. Always a good matchup between these two teams for the Battle of Ohio. Again, you have the Bengals starting new, with Joe Burrow and beginning to cut some strides, get a win here and there. They tied the Eagles, so they're playing tough. They're playing tough against competition. The Browns, this is a big week for me when it comes to the Cleveland Browns, because the Cleveland Browns come off a humiliating loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week, a game that everyone was getting excited for, and the Cleveland Browns kind of had a letdown game. So how do the Browns bounce back? And I think that if the Browns lose this game, then that might be the start of a downfall for this season. So if you're a Browns fan, you want to see the Browns win this one. I have the Browns winning this one, but again, the Bengals playing teams tough in this Battle of Ohio. Give me the Bengals to cover a 3-point spread, so it's going to be close, but the Browns win in the end. Then we go to New Orleans, where the Saints are 7.5-point favorites against the Carolina Panthers. Another divisional matchup. I'm not sure why the Saints are 7.5-point favorites. The Saints haven't really impressed me or wowed me. I think they're still a good team, but at the same time, there's nothing there saying, oh, this offense is going to get going, going to get clicking. Now, they should get Michael Thomas back for this game. Only going to be the second game, I believe, that he's played this season. So that's going to add something to this offense. Give me the Saints to win this game. Again, 7.5 points seems like a lot. Give me the Panthers to cover the spread. The Panthers, not a terrible team. Teddy Bridgewater has them playing hard. Give me the Panthers to cover a 7.5-point spread. Then you have the Dallas Cowboys, still obviously no Dak Prescott anymore. You got Andy Dalton. They got humiliated on Sunday Night Football by the Arizona Cardinals. Monday Night Football by the Arizona Cardinals. Going to Washington to play the Washington football team. The Cowboys are 1.5-point favorites. I think the Cowboys are going to be a little mad about what happened last week, what happened on Monday against the Arizona Cardinals. And they're going to come out and they're going to take care of just a worse team. Even with Andy Dalton as quarterback for the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys are the better team here. Give the Cowboys to win this game. Give the Cowboys to cover a 1.5-point spread. And then you go on to Houston, where the Texans are at home playing against the Green Bay Packers. Packers coming off a loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Give me the Packers to win this game. Packers get back on the winning track. The Texans, just a tough season. You already got rid of Bill O'Brien. You have Romeo Crennel now as your head coach. I think they have some talent on that team, but it's just not living up to that potential. Be very interested to see who they get as the new head coach next season, but give me the Packers to win this game. Give me the Texans, however, to keep this one close at home. Give me the Texans to cover a 3.5-point spread, maybe a 3-point game. Give me them to cover a 3.5-point spread, but the Packers take the win. Moving on to the 4 o'clock games on Sunday, we're going to start with the Seattle Seahawks going to Arizona, the team that did beat up on the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. The Seahawks are 4-point favorites, coming off a bye, a little extra rest, which is good for them going into a divisional matchup, going to Arizona to play a hot Cardinals team. Guys, before the bye week, the Seahawks team just looked unstoppable on offense, and I think that continues. This defense will do just enough. We know the problems the Seahawks have on defense. That's going to be the issue all season long. Can the offense put up enough points to sustain this really bad Seahawks defense? In this case, I think they do that down in the desert. The Seahawks win this game. The Seahawks cover a 4-point spread. Moving on to New England. New England playing the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers coming off a huge Sunday night win against the Rams, a divisional win. We all know about what they say about West Coast teams coming east. However, Patriots coming off a tough loss to the Denver Broncos. I know that's gonna make Bill Belichick very angry, and we don't like an angry Bill Belichick. Not not a common occurrence to have him lose back-to-back games. Give me the Patriots to win this game, only favored by 2.5 points. Give me the Patriots to win this game and cover the spread. Again, we know what they say about West Coast teams coming east. That's what we have here with the 49ers. 49ers do get a divisional win, but we have to wonder, how good are the Rams? Rams, 4 victories, all 4 coming against NFC East opponents. So we might find out a little bit more about the Rams as the season moves on, including this week, that pick coming a little bit later. Then you have the Chiefs going up against the Denver Broncos, another divisional matchup. So we have a few divisional matchups this week, so it should be an interesting week when it comes to those matchups. You have the Chiefs as 9.5-point favorites against the Denver Broncos. Again, the Broncos coming off that win against the New England Patriots where they couldn't score touchdowns. And listen, if you're not going to score touchdowns against the Chiefs, that's going to be a problem. We saw what the Chiefs did against the Buffalo Bills. We saw that run attack get going. I expect the pass attack to get going in this game for the Chiefs. I expect the Chiefs to win this one. Even though it's a Mile High, I do expect the Chiefs to win this one. However, because it's in Mile High, Denver normally plays teams tougher in Denver. Give me Denver to cover a 9.5-point spread. Then moving on to the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers, an 8-point favorite against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars, again, coming off that loss to the Detroit Lions. You have to wonder how long Doug Marrone was going to be the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Recently came out that he is not against sitting Minshew if the quarterback doesn't start playing up to that potential. Again, a lot of Jacksonville Jaguars fans were excited about what they had in Minshew. Minshew mania was going wild last season. However, it has not lived to fruition this season, and the Jaguars and Minshew have come back down to earth, and they're just not a good football team. You look at this Chargers team, you have Herbert in there now. Herbert's been playing pretty well so far this season. A lot of people very excited to see what the Chargers have in that young quarterback. I like the Chargers to win this game in LA. However, an 8-point spread, I couldn't see either of these teams covering an 8-point spread. That seems too much for me. Give me the Chargers to win this game. Give me the Jaguars to cover an 8-point spread. Then we move on to Sunday Night Football, where Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, coming off that impressive victory against the Green Bay Packers, go to Las Vegas to play the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are 3-point underdogs. However, they've been playing pretty good at home. Remember, they beat the Saints in primetime at home. However, the Buffalo Bills got the better of them in week 4 in Las Vegas. So who is going to win this matchup? Listen, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense finally clicking a little bit, right? You saw Tom Brady and this offense come alive, scoring 38 points, although 2 of those possessions were basically pick sixes by Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. So which way is this one going to go? Can Derek Carr lead this offense? Josh Jacobs get some points? Or will the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go into Sunday Night Football primetime, and will Tom Brady shine? I'm picking the latter to happen. We know how Tom Brady does in primetime. He normally is pretty good. You have some really good weapons in Tampa Bay. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. I mean, Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win and to cover a 3-point spread. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this lands right on the number, right on that 3. But I just don't think that's going to happen. At least I can't bet on that to happen. Give me the Bucs to win. Give me the Bucs to cover a 3-point spread. Moving on to Monday night, and this week we only have one Monday Night Football game, and it's the Chicago Bears, the Bears, going up against the LA Rams. Bears sitting at 5-1. The Rams coming off a disappointing loss to the San Francisco 49ers. And as I've said a couple times in this video, remember the Rams only have beaten NFC East teams. And that NFC East division obviously very weak this season. This might be a big test for the Rams. The Rams are 5-point favorites in this game. The Bears sit at 5-1, still getting disrespected, and they probably don't understand why. Nick Foles talking about winning ugly this past week, and Nick Foles knowing that he needs to improve as the quarterback of this team to help this team continue to get better. And listen, if Nick Foles starts playing well, this Bears team is going to be very tough to beat. Give me the Bears to win this one on Monday night, dropping the Rams and making people really question McVay and this Rams team. But give me the Bears to win. Give me the Bears to beat a 5-point spread. So that gives me 2 underdog victories this week. The Lions beating a 2.5-point spread at Atlanta, and the Rams losing to the Bears. The Rams a 5-point favorite. Let me know what your picks are, and let me know what you think about my picks. Again, thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Billievers Talk. If you're still in a Survivor pool, this is a tough week, I believe. If you haven't picked the Bills yet, obviously a lot of people would go with the Bills in this matchup, but I just don't know, coming off 2 losses, if you want to go with the Buffalo Bills. I do like the Chargers Chargers against the Jets, again, or against the Jags, I should say. I don't like that 8 number, but I do think the Chargers will beat the Jaguars this week. So those would be some good picks if you are in Survivor pools. Again, guys, let me know what you think about my picks in the comments below. Like this video if you haven't already. And again, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I look forward to talking to you all soon again. Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, we will be live. So make sure after you hit that subscribe button, you hit that notification bell if you haven't already, to talk some Buffalo Bills football. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.